Hello students, welcome to DCE's Digital Learning System. Today we will learn semester 5 topic ring theory and the session is 8. The topic is types of ideals and properties. This session is meant for the students of Bengaluru North University. Myself, Dr. P. Bhargavi, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Lal Bahadur Shastri Government First Grade College, RT Nagar, Bengaluru. Before learning of types of ideals, let us see what is an ideal first. In the previous class, we have learned that an ideal is a non-empty subset of ring R plus dot such that it satisfies two conditions. The first condition is for all A comma belongs to I, A minus B belongs to I. This condition states that the ideal should be a subring of the ring R first. Then the second condition is for all A belongs to I and for all R belongs to R, the product element A into R and R into A should be there in the set I. The element A into R belongs to I states that it is the left ideal and it is the right ideal, and the element R into A belongs to I states that it is the left ideal, because whenever an element of R is on the left hand side, it is called as the left ideal. When the element of R is on the right hand side, it is called as a right ideal. So to become an ideal, it should be both left as well as the right ideal of the ring R. Also, every ideal possesses two improper or trivial ideals. One is the ring R itself is an ideal to R. Also, the set which contains only the zero element is also an improper ideal of the ring R. So, these two ideals exist for every ring R, and that's why we call it as improper ideals of the ring R. Any ideals of the ring R apart from these two are called as proper or non-trivial ideals of the ring R. Let us look different types of ideals. First one is the principal ideal. What is a principal ideal? Suppose if R is a commutative ring with unity and A belongs to R, then the ideal of the form A into R, which has the elements of the form A into R such that R belongs to R, is called the principal ideal generated by the element A, and we denote it as within the brackets A, small a. This defines that an principal ideal is an ideal generated by a single element of the ring R, which is why it is called as a principal ideal. As an example, we can see the ideal 2z, which has the elements of z plus dot, multiples of 2, that is minus 6, minus 4, 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. These elements are generated by the element 2 only. That's why it is called as a principal ideal of the ring of integers z plus dot. Similarly, we can see the 3z, 4z, all these are principal ideals generated by the element 3 and 4 respectively. Principal ideal ring or principal ideal domain is a ring in which every ideal of the ring R is a principal ideal. So whichever the ideal you take, if it is a principal ideal, that means if it is generated by a single element, then such type of rings are called as principal ideal ring or principal ideal domain. As an example, we all know that the z plus dot is called as a principal ideal ring because every ideal of z plus dot is generated by is a principal ideal. As we have seen previously, 2z, 3z, 4z, any nz where n belongs to the set of integer is a principal ideal. That's why it is called as the principal ideal ring. Also, every field is a principal ideal ring. This is because a field does not have proper ideals. It has only improper ideals. The improper ideals are nothing but the ring R itself and the set with zero element, which are principal ideals generated by the set 0 is generated by 0 and the set R is generated by 1. So these two are the principal ideals. That's why it is a principal ideal ring. So every field is a principal ideal ring because the field does not possess any proper ideals. It has only two improper ideals, and these two improper ideals are generated by the element 0 and by the element 1. That's why it is called as a principal ideal ring. Now, what is a null ideal? Null ideal is an ideal generated by the element 0. And what type of elements? What are the elements in the set null ideal? Only the element 0. Because when you multiply any element by 0, we get only the 0. That's why all the elements of this ideal, null ideal, are nothing but only 0 element. And it is also a principal ideal because all the elements of this ideal are generated by the element 0. The other ideal is unit ideal. Unit ideal is an ideal generated by the element unit, that is 1, and when you multiply any element of ring R by 1, we get back the same ring elements. That's why it is called as a unit ideal. Unit ideal contains all the elements of ring R only. And this is also a principal ideal of the ring R. Let us see an example. As an example, let us see the principal ideals of the ring R, which contains the elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with respect to the operations addition modulo 6 and multiplication modulo 6. Since this ring is not a field, it uh, it does not, it will possess proper ideals, because if it is a field, it does not possesses proper ideals. Since it is not a field, it has some proper ideals as well. Let us see different types of ideals that this set has. So we can see ideal principal ideal generated by 0 that contains only the element 0, which is the null ideal. And if you take the elements generated by 1, these are the elements of the set R 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is called as the unit ideal. And the principal ideal generated by 2 contains the elements 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4. That means only the repeating elements, if you delete, will be getting only 0 to 4. Similarly, when you multiply the elements by 3, we will be getting elements 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 5. Under addition modulo 6, we all know that what is 6 represents. 6 represents 0, 9 represents 3, 12 represents 0, 15 represents 3. So it will contain only the elements 0 and 3. Similarly, the ideal generated by 4 will have elements 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Again, under addition modulo 6, 8 represents 2, 12 represents 0, 16 represents 4, again 20 represents 2. So it will have elements 0 to 4. Similarly, the ideal 5 generates only the ideal 5, the number 5 generates all the elements of the ring R. So we have two improper ideals. The two improper ideals are the unit ideal and the null ideal. And we have also two proper ideals, that is the ideal 0 to 4 and the ideal which contains the elements 0 and 3. Next, let us see the definition of what is a prime ideal. Let R be a ring and S be an ideal of R. Then S is said to be a prime ideal of R if AB belongs to S implies either A belongs to S or B belongs to S. So whenever you consider the product element in the set S, that product element should contain at least one of the element from the set S. Such type of ideals are called as prime ideals. Let us see the examples for prime ideals. The ideal generated by 7 of the set of integers is a prime ideal because the ideal generated by 7 contains all the multiples of 7. So when you take any element of this ideal, it is a multiple of 7. That's why any one element, that is, suppose if I take any 14, if I take 14 can be written as 2 into 7. So in this 2 in 2 comma 7, 7 has come from the set the ideal 7. That's why at least one of the element comes from the set the ideal 7. That's why it is called as a prime ideal. Similarly, if you see the ideal generated by 6, it is not a prime ideal because in the ideal generated by 6 has an element 12 because 2 6 are 12. So we'll have an element 12 and the 12 can be written as 3 into 4 and the 3 neither 3 comes from the set 6 nor 4 comes from the set 6 that is generated by 6. Hence, this is not a prime. Now let us learn what is a maximal ideal. An ideal S of ring R such that S is not equal to R is called maximal ideal of R if there exists no proper ideal of R containing S. That means the ideal S of ring R is maximal if the first condition is S should not be equal to R. Whenever I is an ideal of R such that S is contained in I and I is contained in R, then either S should be equal to I or I should be equal to R. The meaning of this is nothing but it should not be equal to the ring R. That means it is a proper subring, proper subset to ring R, and there exists no in between subset which contains the maximal ideal. The only set which contains the maximal ideal is the ring itself. In between, there exists no set which contains the maximal ideal S. Then it is called, the set is called as a maximal ideal of the ring R. This is the only ideal to contain the ideal which contains the maximal is the ring R itself. A ring may have or may not have maximal ideals, and a ring may have more than one distinct maximal ideal also. As an example, let us see what are the maximal ideals. The ideal generated by 2 is a maximal ideal for the ring of integers because we all know that 2z is entirely contained in z and you cannot find any in between a set which contains 2z between 2z and z. Similarly, the ideal generated by 5 is a maximal ideal for the ring of integers. And the ideal generated by 6 is not maximal because 6z is entirely contained in 3z and 3z is contained in z. So, neither 6z is equal to 3z or 3z is equal to z. That means there exists a ideal 3z which contains 6z entirely in the set S. So that's why 6z is not maximal because there exists in between ideal which contains the 6z entirely in the set S, 3z. Whereas for the ideal 2z and 5z, there are no ideals in between of the ring of integers and the ideal generated by 2z and 5z. That's why they are the maximal ideals of the ring of integers. Let us learn some exercise problems. Give an example of a maximal ideal which is also a prime ideal of ring of integers. The ideal 5z is maximal ideal as well as prime ideal of z plus dot. We have seen that 5z is a maximal ideal because there exists no ideal in between 5z and z, and it is also a prime ideal because it is generated by the number 5, which is a prime number. Also, is the ideal 6 is principal ideal, prime ideal or maximal ideal? So the ideal generated by 6 is a principal ideal generated by the element 6. However, this is neither a prime ideal nor a maximal ideal because this is not a prime ideal because as we have seen earlier, it contains an element 12 which is a product of 3 into 4 and neither 3 belongs to the ideal 6z nor 4 belongs to the ideal 6z. And also it is not maximal because in between 6z and z there is one more ideal 3z which contains 6z entirely in the set 3z. Hope you all have understood these types of ideals. As a summing up, we have studied what is an ideal first, and we have seen what is a principal ideal, what is a principal ideal ring, and what is a prime ideal, and what is a maximal ideal. Thank you so much.